I will request all of you to join the class in right time. Reason is first 10 to 15 minutes, as I said, no new things will be started, no recording will be started. If anybody has any doubt, they will ask. If nobody is asking, I will ask you. This kind of things we used to exercise about the already covered topic. So that is sometimes also equally important. So don't miss the class. First 10 minutes is very vital, and that will not be recorded because it's not a new topic. So be on time, 6:28 sharp, join the inbox and wait for the link, please. Okay, so coming to the notepad, topic is about property. It's a variety of data member. There are two types of members in the class. One is data member, one is function member or method member. So this is falling under the data member as well as function member. From some angle, it is used for storing the data. That's why it is also called data member. From some angle, it is used for taking the decision also. Some coding also included in this, just like function. So if somebody asks, what is that element of a class considered sometimes as data member, sometimes also as a function member, then you have to say property. So first let's focus on the data member part, how it is used for storing the data. Okay. If I will ask variable, line number 13, 14, 15, these are all variable or fields. Variables or fields, right? These are purely data member. Only and only used for storing the data. I cannot say empid can do some functionality also, right? So this is purely data member, and these are all purely member functions, function members. So constructor, destructor, actual function. So these are all coming under a category called function member. Okay, coding involved in that. Coding involved in that. You can put decision, you can take any kind of process flow. That's why it is also called function member. There are two kind of members available in a class. One is data member, one is function member. So let me write a point here. This is a function member, or also called member function category. All constructors as well as functions are member function category. This is also member function category, as well as destructor is member function category, because it does something. Store something, do something, both are different now. Right? Store something, do something, both are different. So when it is data member, it is only for store something. Don't do anything, store something. Function member means already the data member is keeping the data, work on those data, do something. That is called function member. Now property is something which is falling under both category. This is the only element in class which is falling under both the categories. Let's justify it. What do you mean by data member? Data member means storing the data. Now question arises, variable is also used for storing the data. Then why this property is there? Why this property is there? Is there anything extra here that cannot be offered by variable so that I will use it? Question mark. Anybody in the group? No, as of now. Have you heard about property and idea about variable versus property? Anybody? I will tell you, but before that I'm just trying to get some clue if you know.
To make it accessibility.
To make the accessibility better. From what angle?
Like all the variables, like it should be accessible outside the classes and all.
Even variable also I can do, right? If I will make a public variable, then that variable will be accessed outside also, isn't it? So is there anything extra here? Yeah, Sri Lakshmi.
Private variables we can access with securely.
Private variable will be restricted, not to access. Public variable will be not restricted, to be accessed. That means both are available here also in variable.
Yes, properties having we can use some security also with the get and set.
Okay. Yeah. Prince, anything from your side?
Outside of the classes may not aware that what method or functions are there inside. It has been encapsulated.
Okay.
It's so readable or only readable or only
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
what?
Yeah. I think all of you are correct. So combine together all three of you. I will say that is the complete advantage of property. Let me systematically tell you.
Maybe
Yeah.
it is used to set some behavior or something of the
Yeah,
class.
because it's a member function category, also some behavior also you can set. Absolutely. Like enhanced way of storing the data, we can say. So few advantages are there in property which we don't achieve in variables. That's why they brought something called property. So what is those few advantages? All of you already told, but let me tell you systematically with proper understanding. So first point is, there is something called get and set inside this property that will allow me to enhance the way of accessing the data. How it is possible, let's see. So I will arise a situation where property can help me but variable cannot. So what is the situation? I will tell you. Imagine I have Prince, you can remove the right hand. So imagine I have a public variable, for example. Somebody says, hey, I want accessibility of the employee salary here, right? Understand carefully. So last class, whatever we have discussed, for a minute, I'm just commenting them. I'm just commenting them. I don't want those code. We will write new code. Okay, this is for commenting multiple lines, guys. At the beginning, you put on /star. At the end, you put */. That is called multi-line comment. So that multiple lines at a time will be commented like this. So compiler will not read all these things. Okay. Now imagine I came here. I want to display that salary. So console.writeLine. So what you guys answered, that is little kind of bookish answer, isn't it? Too much English. So chance is there people may not understand that. So here we are to understand the concept. So how to understand that concept called property can accessible in enhanced way, better way, right? I don't know what is property initially, suppose. I don't know what is property. I know only variable, suppose. So what is that demerit of the variable? First we'll see. Then we'll go to property so that you can understand better. So public decimal employee salary, since it is public, I will be able to display. Nobody can stop me. So I can say obj dot this. Makes sense? However, if I will try to go for something else, for example, employee ID, I will not be able to. Nothing new, you already know, right? Correct me if I am wrong. Already we have discussed about private versus public. That's why line number 21 not able to. However, line number 20 able to, because it's public, it's private. As simple as that. That means we are clear that private versus public. One more thing, let me show you. If I will try to modify the data, salary, I will be able to. Possible. If I will try to modify this employee ID, it will not be possible. You are not able to display. How can you able to modify also? Totally not possible. That means conclusion we got here is, if you are making it public, not only you are able to display that outside the class, but also you are able to modify outside the class, right? If you are making it private, line number 14, you mention private or don't mention private, both are same. By default, elements are private. So if it is private, then not even display, not even modification. If it is public, both display as well as modification permitted. But what I want to use a property to see is there any other additional advantage. My requirement is, please allow me line number 20. Please don't allow me line number 21. That means, imagine I am HR manager, you are employee of the company. I will say pay slip should be accessible by the user, no problem. Pay slip should be accessible by the user, no problem. But they should not be able to modify. Otherwise, nobody will give less than 10 digit of salary every month, right? I cannot say, hey, take it, modify whatever you want, just like a blank check, right? I cannot do that. So if I am a HR manager, I will say, you access your salary, bonus, everything. We say it as pay slip, but you are not allowed to modify this. You just see what we are providing. Suppose this is your HR manager class and your program.cs is employee related information. So employee is able to modify as well as able to display. However, if I made it private, employee is not able to modify also, not able to display also. But my requirement is not following that much flexibility like public, even that much secure like private. I want little middle level accessibility. That means it should be as simple as display without any trouble. It should be as difficult like private to modify the data. Is it possible, first of all? So property says, yes, I can help you in this regard. Variable says I cannot. So what I will do, I will use a property here, public. Okay, see how I'm doing it. Public. What about the data type? First of all, imagine your data type is so private. I'm not talking about private is private, so I will comment it. Totally not possible. We are considering public element only, but public element variable or public element property is preferable. Repeating again the sentence, public element variable or public element property is preferable. That we are going to get the contrast. So this line number 20 and 21 is public member variable. We feel that little demerit is there. I didn't want to allow to modify, however it is allowing me. Is there anything property can do for me in this regard? So let's go for this, public decimal. Imagine my property name is EMP salary. This is small EMP, this is capital E EMP. Since C# is case sensitive, so small e and capital E, it will treat as different names, or simply make it salary, no problem. If you feel confusing, make it totally different name, no problem. So salary is a property which is having a block called get block as of now. Another block is there called set block. We will go to that little later. First understand what is get block. So get block indicates, hey, what I am providing you, you just get it. You should not be modifying it. So what I will do here, I will say return, imagine 9999. Okay, I said what salary I am giving, you get it. Don't try to modify it. So I said only get block inside it. Now I took this salary, SALARY instead of EMPSAL. So use it here. Instead of variable, I used property. Check it out what it is doing for me. It is saying line number 20 mostly welcome, because somebody should at least see the salary rate. But line number 21 not allowed, because somebody should not be able to modify salary. So allowed because property is, because it's a get property salary, get property called salary. Here I will write not allowed because the property doesn't have set block. Set and get I am writing in capital letter just to give importance. But whenever you write the command, that time always it's small letter. Capital is not allowed. So should I comment this line? That means variable says, dear, I will either fully allow, like you can display also, you can modify also, you can do everything, or I will not allow anything if it is private. But property says, I will give you 3 stages. Private property, totally not allowed. Not even display, not even modification. Public property, again 2 things. You want modification also, I have the way. You want only to display, I have the way. That means 3 stages in property, 2 stages in variable. Can I say whatever my variable is doing, my property can do it? But whatever my property is doing, my variable cannot do it. Are you all with me? By this small example, whatever my property does, my variable cannot do. However, whatever my variable does, my property can do. Let's see with set block. I will take one more variable, suppose called name of the employee, right? I said public, because you will ask me, na, ki sir, one example you showed, which is added advantage, but imagine how this variable is being used. I want to use both the permissions. You can modify also, you can display also, exactly like variable. Is it possible? If yes, then I will never use variable. If yes, I will never use variable. Always I will follow one process. Class level means property, no variable. Is it possible? Let's see that. So public string, I said simply name of the employee or name. I want, hey, I will allow get also, I will allow set also. I will allow get also, I will allow set also. That means nothing restricted to get. Whatever my constructor is providing, you should get it, and nothing restricted to modify. So get is for display, set is for modification. So both are allowed, nothing restriction. Acha, if I will curly bracket like this, what will happen? Return something. It will say, hey, what I am providing, you should only get that. But if you want to modify, you can modify it also. So that way we can have set block, curly bracket, get block, curly bracket. If you want to give full 100% freedom, then simply get semicolon and set semicolon. Can I say this line number 19 will behave exactly like line number 15? Are you all accepting this? Line number 15 and line number 19. That means whatever my variable provides, that also can be provided by property. But whatever my property provides extra features, extra feature means protection level. Hey, you can use only my salary, whatever I gave, you should not be able to modify. So that also achievable. That means property has 3 levels of accessibility: fully access, no access, moderate access. Moderate access means should be able to see but should not be able to modify. But variable says I have only 2 accessibility level. Either you get fully, if it is public, you can display, you can modify, you can delete everything, or it will be no access. So from both the angle, if you see, in future, suppose you want to say that, hey, in class level, I totally don't want to use property variables. Always I will use property. Absolutely welcome. You are not missing anything. But if you say, no, I want to use only variable, I will never use property, then perhaps you are missing one stage. Which stage? Now, allow to display, allow to receive the data, however, don't allow to modify the data. So that kind of things extra we are getting in property. So let's use this line number 19. we will see whether what we are discussing correct or not. So coming to here somewhere, I will say console.writeLine, name of the employee, console.writeLine, name of the employee, that is NAME. I did spelling mistake, I will copy that, obj.name, and constructor says that default name is suppose Sudhir, for example. Since I am contrasting variable versus property, so for a minute I am just replacing that variable and using the property to contrast it. Ki bhai, whatever my variable was giving, whether property also giving that or not. Additional advantage later. First thing is what variable was offering, at least that I am getting or not. So let's see, obj.name equal to, I want to modify. If it is allowing, then I will say it is correct. So I want to say something else. Check it out. Line number 20, get property, allowed for display, not allowed for modification. Line number 23, set get as well as set property, so allowed to modify also, allowed to display also. That means freedom is at your hand. You have 3 permissions now. Fully access you need, public with get set. No access you need, totally no access, private property. You want should be accessible but should not be modifiable, public property with get but no set. So these are all various levels of property we have. That's why as a whole, as a summary, can I say property serves better than variable. Agree? Property serves better than variable. So as of now, whatever we discussed about property, anybody has any confusion, guys? Ask me, if any. Today is what date? 25th and Thursday, right? So as per our plan, Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, Sunday. The next class will be Saturday, 7:30 a.m. India time. And Saturday's link will be in your mailbox. Process is exact at the class time. Imagine 7:30 is class time. 7:30 you will get the link in your mailbox basically. So if 7:29 you have logged on and link is not there, no need to worry. Okay, no need to put group here, there, call, and no need to worry. Just wait for a minute. The moment it will be sent, I'll put in a message in the WhatsApp group saying that, hey, link has been sent, join now, like that. Sometimes what happens, especially for the second group people, for you it will not happen because yours is first group always. Second group people, what happens, like just now I got 5 minutes late in your class, right? So if people will be hurry, they will call to front office, they will call to management, they will call to my number, they will hurry that I have not got the link. So no need to worry. The moment link will be sent, I will put a message in the WhatsApp group saying that link has sent, right? As long as that message has not come, no need to worry. So 7:30 Saturday, check your mailbox and you will get a link.
One question, then one question before we leave.
Yep.
So